Looking at tonight's matchup, Chris, it's fun to watch upstart teams that are on the move, ascending with a lot of youth as a part of that success.
You know what? I love watching these young teams. As long as you have a GM, an organization, a president of basketball operations that explains to the fans, listen, we're going to have a little bit of growing pains, but while you watch these guys play, they're going to have effort, they're going to have chemistry, and they're going to play for you guys, the fans. It's easier to settle in and say, wait a minute, look at the potential in this guy. Look at how much this kid has grown in the beginning of the season until after the season. And so I love young teams, and with this influx of young players coming in, it's going to be fun watching some of these teams grow and get over the hurdle and then ultimately become champions.
A great perspective. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Fernando. Hawks passing it around. And Trae Young hits from deep.
This is what the crowd comes to see. Young has that it factor.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Pass to Fernando. Herter. Another three for Atlanta.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
And so just over a minute and a half played. On the wing, Brooks. Now here's Morant. 6 on the shot clock. The Grizzlies with another miss. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
That's a 2 from Crowder, and it falls over the rim and in.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Here's Herter. Pass to Fernando. Collins wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Memphis trailing here. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, wiry, strong, and courageous. Morant's willing to slam it up in there if you give him a lane.
Right wing. And here's Young. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Misses in close.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Young with no one around. Can't connect from long distance. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Both teams will make substitutions. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
Pass to Bembry to stop the drought. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Down low. Here's Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The third youngest player ever to drop 30 in a game. Jaren Jackson Jr. looking like a great starting piece for the Grizzlies rebuild.
And Chris, he was the third big man taken in the 2018 draft, but in time, Jaren Jackson could prove to be the best.
Oh, yeah, he definitely could. I mean, he has a high ceiling, but also a high floor. Why is that? He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be successful. With his defense and perimeter shooting, he can already impact winning in a complementary role.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. They get it again. Here's Morant. It's stolen by T. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Graham. Carter outside. Len down low. Back to Carter. This one for 3. Crowder pulls it in. Memphis leading. Now Morant. We've got 1:13 left in the first. Valanciunas, good.
Finished off by the big man. The 7-footer like Valanciunas should be operating near the hoop.
To the wing right side. Bembry. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Morant. And another basket for Memphis.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And they're pushing it up. That one, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. It's deflected to the right side. Pass to Bembry. Graham with the ball. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 4 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Memphis leading by 5. Morant with it. 6 points for him. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Turner up top. They need this one. And the rejection by Jackson. And no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 5. 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
1-on-1 fast break. Here's Reddish. Can't connect from short range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Can't cash in from close range. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Inside. And it's Brooks at the elbow. To the middle. Here's Clark. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Memphis leading by 9. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. Jones looking for an opening. Hill left side. To the left wing. Pulls it from 20. And the layup's good off the glass. Hill's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Young from outside. Hill pulls it in.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Chris in his 6th season out of UCLA. Small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, improving his long-range distance, shooting to over 37%. Now, it's fallen back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Lots of room. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Jones. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. That shot off. Good defensive work there by Young. The Hawks trail by 9 to the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Memphis leading by 8. Valanciunas in the high post. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's his first foul. Brooks feeling it out a bit. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Hawks passing it around. That's to Fernando. Here's Herter. Brooks covering. Here's Bembry. Back to Herter. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Fernando. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Pass to Valanciunas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient.
Carter for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Valanciunas.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Bembry. Over to the wing. Here's Graham. Misses the 3. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here's Morant. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Carter with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Atlanta again missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 9.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Valanciunas. Nifty move. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Grizzlies up by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
Let's talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really can be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something like that.
Here's Anderson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Jackson. Here's Morant. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Oh, right there, Morant showing his ability to work off the ball. I mean, he found some space and knocked down the shot.
Shots good from Young.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
In the corner, Crowder with it. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Young with the steal.
His 4th turnover of the game. Well, that's not a number to be proud of.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year 1 leave plenty of room for growth.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Pass to Clark. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And now Young running the floor all by himself. Yes, that goes in. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star. And Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish.
Inside. An even 3-on-3 break. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Greg, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, Ja Morant and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, two of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year.
And that makes them 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
The Hawks, another fast break opportunity here. Reddish's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Valanciunas in the high post. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That's his first foul. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And there's the call on John Collins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Jackson. And Jones over to help. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Brooks. Jones knocks it loose. And he recovers it.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Poked away. Pass to Turner. Reddish with the ball. Guarded by Valanciunas. A shot by Reddish, no good. Memphis leading. It's Crowder on the wing. And here's Morant. He's got 12. Collins with some nice D.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Now, here's Reddish. Brooks grabs the board. 1:27 left to play here in the third. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
Outside Carter. The shot off that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Down low. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Pass to Bembry. Shoots over Morant. Bembry's shot good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
.46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
To the middle, and the dunk by Len.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Out to Carter. Here's Graham. Off target from outside.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And that one's good. Morant. And it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Man, I love watching this kid play. Morant, he's just electric at the offensive end. He's having a night.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's the Hawks with the ball. At the top of the key, Len. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Man, he takes off like a rocket. I mean, there's a suddenness to Morant's game that most athletes don't have.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Memphis. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade and replenish your energy for the late game push. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. On its way from Young for two. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
It's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
The kick out to Young. Fires the three. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Morant with a wide open look. Rebounded by the Hawks. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Morant. Fernando pulls it in. The Hawks trail by 6. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. 7 points for DeAndre Hunter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And they pick up 2.
Well, just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
From deep. And Trae Young gets the 3. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Clock at 6. Back to Herter to tie it up. Offensive rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Young's shot is off. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
Here's Young. Down low. Out to the right wing. The 3. It's deflected.
I love Morant's approach to the game. I mean, flying to the ball, challenging everything.
4 on the shot clock. The score now all even.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got 31 points.
And this is what you want from your leader. No moment is too big for Morant.
Pass to Herter. Back to Young. The Hawks working the ball around. Stolen by Jackson. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. The lead is 2. Now Morant. Now here's Valanciunas. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Young. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
And that one is good. 33 points for Ja Morant.
That's a Ja Morant special, ripping the hearts out of the opponent.
The kick out to Young. That one bounces around and comes back out.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Morant with it. Outside Jackson. From deep 3-point range, Fernando pulls it in.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
It's Collins with the drive. Jackson comes over with the double. To the paint. Here's Hunter. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Here's Morant. Collins grabs the miss. And it's the Hawks' ball. In the corner. Herter with it. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Herter's got the first basket here in overtime for the Hawks. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
That's what a point guard with length gives you. I mean, Morant is built perfectly for the modern game.
Atlanta calls timeout. The Hawks leading. In the corner. Herter with it. Back to Teague. In the corner. Herter with it. Good on the three-point shot. Herter's got 6 here in this quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
Young's shot is off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Jackson. Over Young. Jackson gets the bucket.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Here's Fernando. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Fernando. In the corner. Herter with it. Just 5 to shoot. Young for 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
That's a high-level finish from Morant, showing more strength than he's really given credit for. Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Uncovered. And the shot is long.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
Young taking his time here. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And here's Morant over Young. Now here's Morant. And no good that time. Good defensive work there by Young.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Morant. Oh, off target.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout. Knocked away. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. And as we play into another overtime, the tension continues to build. Both teams refusing to quit. That's tipped. And the Grizzlies with possession here. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Hawks on D. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Yeah, you see the explosiveness there, the fluidity. Morant's unbelievable.
And he makes both free throws.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
To the inside. The kick out to Young. Pass to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. Got a piece of it. But he recovers it. Young's shot is off. Memphis leading. Fernando pulls it in. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Inside. The kick out to Young. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. 1:58 left in the second overtime. What a game. Morant with it. And a missed layup.
And you get the sense that he's hit a wall here in OT. It just hasn't been much help to them at all offensively.
Shots good from Young.
And easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
Morant drops in the layup for 2. Morant's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Young from outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Pass to Morant. Got a hand on it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. The lead is 2. Here's Herter, guarded by Jackson. Young for 3. The shot comes out, and Memphis the other way now. Here's Morant. Good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
So good at making plays in the open floor, whether Morant's running the break or finishing.
Jackson comes over with the double. Kicks it out to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Young. Rebounded by Jackson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Young comes over to help. Outside Jackson. Here's Morant. Just 5 on the clock. over Young. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And so with overtime 2 in the books, the game is still not over. Overtime number. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. So it's the Hawks now. And here's Morant. To the inside. Valanciunas, good.
With the strong motor and basketball IQ, Valanciunas remains unfazed by pressure situations.
Pass to Herter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Here's Collins. Young in the corner. In the corner. Herter with it. The Hawks working the ball around. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Collins.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, Greg, and it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
And that one's good. Morant.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Pass to Hunter. Down low. Kicks it out to Collins. And here's Young from the arc. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Here's Morant. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Collins with some nice D. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Herter, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim. But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Here's Morant. It's tipped. Here's Fernando. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Valanciunas. Money!
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Here's Fernando. Tipped away. Morant with the steal. Count it!
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
To the wing on the left. In the corner. Herter with it. That 3 off the mark. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Jackson. Yes!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Time is of the essence. Basket and a foul, that's got to be the game plan.
Here's Herter. Pass to Fernando. The kick out to Young. From deep. Knocks down the 3. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned. And I tell you what, they've got to feel.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. Outside Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. Mitchell outside. The Jazz working the ball around now. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Ingles. Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. Conley for 3. From the arc. Another miss by Conley.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Here's Beal. The 10-footer. It's good.
Oh, such a fantastic decision maker. Thomas, he's adept at making the right pass at the right time.
And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
And here is Thomas, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Fades back. Beal can't get it to go.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happens.
Mitchell wide open. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Oh, the floor general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
So timeout call. Here, the first for Washington. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And here is Beal. There's Thomas with the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Mitchell outside. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Pass to Mitchell. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Outside, Beal. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Mitchell right side. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. High post, Gobert. Inside. Out to Conley. 6 to shoot. Ingles in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Mahinmi. Out to the right wing. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And now Utah, fast break. Conley leading the charge. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Love seeing Conley work the ball over to his teammates. He's so good at setting the table for them.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw this game. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Now O'Neal. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Gobert in the corner. Pass to Clarkson. Now Mitchell. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss him.
Out to the right wing. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Basket good.
Even with his lack of size, Thomas doesn't shy away from going inside. He knows he can't afford to just stay on the perimeter.
Jazz passing it around. Back to Mitchell for the three. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Beal, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Ingles in the corner. From past the arc. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Thomas. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Thomas got 6. Jazz leading by 5. Pass to Ingles. In the corner, it's Clarkson. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. It's stolen by Ingles. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
And he found the soft spot.
34 seconds left in the first quarter. Thomas with the ball. 6 points for him. Tries again. Outside, Beal. Pass to Thomas. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
Well, Thomas is one of the fastest guys in the game. He just demonstrated that when he drove to the rim in everybody's face.
And here's Clarkson. Guarded by Mahimi. Bangs home the trifecta. O'Neal's got his second basket of the game. From deep. And so it's Utah in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, GA. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, with John Wall sidelined for most of the season recovering from injury, the Wizards are going to need new players to step up. One of them that they hope will do so is their first-round pick, Rui Hachimura. Hachimura didn't start playing basketball until he was 13 years old. He was a baseball player. He's the first Japanese-born player to be a first-round pick in the NBA draft. And he only played a little bit in Japan before he went to Gonzaga, where he starred for Mark Few. And now the Wizards are hoping that he can be a star on and off the court in Washington.
And D.A., you and I were talking that Few really had a nice impact on Hachimura. Thanks for the report. Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Pass to Davis. Back to Moutier. To the right side. To the paint. Davis in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Now, here's Clarkson. Covered by Smith. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Wizards trail by 6. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Now here's Beal. Second shot opportunity. Buries the jump shot. Beal's got 6 points.
Wow, the polished offensive game of Beal. He's terrific at capitalizing in this area of the court.
Pass to O'Neal. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Drills the three-pointer. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Over to the left wing. Here's Wagner. And Davis pulls it down. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. No good on the three.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time. Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Bogdanovich wide open. And Wagner pulls it down. Wizards trailed by 7. Beal drives in. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
Oh, you love how Beal rises over the D. He loves out-muscling them at every turn.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
McRae. The shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Outside Conley. Jazz passing it around. Three-pointer. And Wagner pulls it down. Wizards trailed by 8. The drive by Smith to the inside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Wow. Smith is just an incredible distributor, a genuine floor leader. He knows where to dish the rock.
And Utah making a change here. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. First of all, his handles are
great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, it's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
And here's Smith after Bojan Bogdanovic getting his shot to go from deep.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Now, here's Ingles. He's got 8. Pass to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. On the wing, Ingles. Doesn't go that time. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Wagner. Covered by Mitchell. Wagner, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
High post, Davis. It's stolen by Bertans. And stolen by Bogdanovic. Here's Mitchell. Bertans grabs the board.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Wizards trailed by 6. Now Thomas. He's got 8. Down low. Bryant. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
This one for 3. And it's Mitchell missing.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just one triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
It's Thomas outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Washington trailing. Left side, Beal. Beyond the arc. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, as long as Bill is active behind the three-point line, he's going to keep the D scrambling. He demands a lot of attention out there.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
A baseline J. Jazz leading by 3.
Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has...
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Nice ball movement by Utah. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Outside, Bogdanovich. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And the Jazz making a change here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Back to Gobert. Four on the clock. Bogdanovich left side. Conley with the 3. Out to the wing. Pass to Bogdanovich. Out to Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 11 points.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
So both teams changing it up here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Over to the wing. Back to Moutier. For 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Moutier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Man, last season was such a tough one for the Wizards. I mean, they lost John Wall to injury midway through. They ended up 11th in the East and out of the playoffs.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Wagner. It's stolen by Moutier. And here's the break. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Now, here is O'Neal. He's got 11. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Back to Gobert. The second chance effort. Rebound, Washington. For so long, C-Webb, the Wizards were looking to get past that second round in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, now they might have to recalibrate their team for that. I mean, their team has some glaring holes that a quick fix just can't help. They will need to build from the ground up to get back on track.
And they call over the back here, too much contact.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
We see this a lot. The ball looks so good coming your way. It's hard to resist reaching over.
To the wing on the left. Here's O'Neal. They get it back. Back to Mitchell. Out left to the wing. Pass to Clarkson. To the paint. It's stolen by Bertans. They need this. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Goes back up. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Thomas got 10 points.
And Kevin, this is another area where Thomas has matured. I mean, when you think about it, taking his pick and roll game to another level.
Back to Mitchell. There's the three. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Jazz have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
That 2013 draft, just call it the years. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Pass to Ingles. Now here's Gobert. Here's O'Neal. Clarkson with the ball. And here's Ingles outside. Clarkson with the ball. He's guarded by Thomas. Mitchell left side. On the wing, Ingles. Another miss by Utah.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Here's McCray. It's deflected. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Eight seconds left in the third. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And that's 13 points for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Utah leading by 16. Pass to Ingles. Gobert trying to get open. And too long on the shot.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
From the corner. McCray, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Here's Bunga. Gobert with the block. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Utah now. Wizards trail by 16 to the inside. Stolen by Conley. And now Utah, fast break. Fires from deep. Shots good by Clarkson. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens.
I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally. And that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing seen the movement in sports, but culturally, sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Inside, 8 feet away, down low, Mahimi drops it in.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. The Jazz working the ball around now. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate. He's on his own as well.
Mahimi, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Isaiah Thomas. Free throw drops for Ingles. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. It's Beal on the wing. Shoots from the corner. That one's not going to go. So Utah will take it the other way. And it's Conley penetrating. Goals. Here's Mitchell. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. The Jazz again can't hit it. Wizards trail by 20. Outside, Beal. The Wizards with another miss. Now Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Thomas. And it's Conley penetrating. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Putting his athleticism to perfect use, Conley is an
lot of speed out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played your game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
It is.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. They get it back.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And both free throws good for Davis. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. And the layup's good off the glass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's James. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. To the inside. Middleton. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Giannis high post. Pass to Bledsoe. 4 on the clock. Middleton inside the three-point line.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Count that one.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Giannis. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Now the Lakers on the break. And it's slammed in by Davis.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Kicks it out to Giannis. Launches a three. Another miss by Middleton.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
That one goes. Count it.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Middleton. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Lakers leading by 8. Here's James. Pass to McGee. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down. Bucks trail by 8.
In the corner, Ilyasova with it. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
And it's the Lakers' ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Knocks it loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. .152 left in the first quarter. Over to the wing. It's back to Hill. He's looking for James and finds him. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. And the shot goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Bucks trail by 12. And it's Hill penetrating. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And taking what the defense gives him. I mean, that time, Hill got right to the rim.
High post, Howard. LeBron, left side. And James throws it down hard.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Pass to Ilyasova. Takes the 3. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And finished off by LeBron.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. The Lakers on D. Pass to Ilyasova. Bucks passing it around. 5 on the clock.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. And Howard with the stuff.
When you lob it Howard's way, he'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Again, Los Angeles.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action after this word. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Lakers leading by 15. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did, drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Offensive rebound.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The drive by LeBron. Here's Kuzma. Kicks it out to James. Shot clock at 5. Knocks down the 3 ball. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Bledsoe right side. Back to Antetokounmpo. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Oh, the setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. LeBron with it. 17 points in the game. Six to shoot. Nice move. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Chris Middleton. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bucks shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a 2nd or 3rd option.
Lakers leading by 15. Puts it up. Los Angeles with another miss.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Here is Cook. The rebound by Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Kept alive. The kick out to Matthews. Another shot. Rebounded by McGee. The Lakers on offense. They led by as many as 18 points. Stolen by Middleton. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance.
Look, and you'll appreciate the hustle. Lopez showing real passion and beating everyone up the floor.
Here is Cook. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that one, good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Giannis outside. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. The kick out to Matthews. No good on the 3. Lakers leading by 13. Kuzma, right side. And the rejection by Giannis. The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Both teams will make substitutions. Both free throws good from Matthews. And so we wrap up the first half. Lakers ahead, up by 11. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 11-point game.
Pick coming.
Outside Bradley. Now here's James. 6 on the shot clock. Over Bledsoe. Nice shot by James. James has got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for Los Angeles.
And the level of concentration. Look, James is locked in, firing from this area.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
LeBron right side. And James throws it down.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Here's Giannis. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. The drive by James. And yes, it's good. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Middleton on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Middleton's got 6.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
James outside. Takes it from 10. And another basket for the Lakers. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Two points. That one goes.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Out left to the wing. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
LeBron James on the wing. He has 29. Here's DiVincenzo. And that one, good. DiVincenzo's got his second basket.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Here's LeBron. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 12 points here in the second half.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found. And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Los Angeles leading by 14. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 33.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
To the middle. Howard with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. LeBron James again. James has got 35 in the game.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Shots good by Middleton.
Look, he's a solid passer for a center. Lopez has a great understanding from when addition.
They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Yo, who got
And they double up James. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
Deflects the pass. And to Kumbo. And it's good for 2.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Here's LeBron. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Hill with it. And it's Howard picking him up. From deep. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And Hill is good for 3.
And Hill's a player whose shot has to be respected.
Davis in the corner. From deep, James. Rebounded by Korver.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
And so it's Milwaukee with it, trailing by 13.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession. Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Take a break. 2 seconds.
No good on the free throw.
Well, I like the fit of George Hill on this team. He can play either guard spot. Great versatility.
And he sinks the second. And here is Los Angeles now. They led by as many as 18 points. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to LeBron. Outside, Davis. From the arc. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
I love the defensive tenacity. James showing real hustle and energy on this end of the floor.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Bucks trail by 15. Pass to Giannis. The kick out to Hill. Fires the 3. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. James outside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
An excellent play and coming at the right time as well, guys. They need to string together some defensive and offensive possessions like that.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers. That's a 2 from Matthews. And that misses everything. Lakers leading by 13. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
Pass to Green. Now James. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers with possession here. They lead by 11.
Turnovers continuing to be a problem here in this quarter. And that's the blueprint right there to getting back in the game. They've got to play racehorse basketball from here on out.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And, you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Los Angeles making a switch here. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Bledsoe, good look. Misses the wing J. James with it. Matthews covering. Ron right side. Can't connect from short range.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Giannis. Right side Matthews. And they pick up 2.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. He gets that one. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Lakers leading by 6. Back to LeBron. Pass to Davis. And the rejection by Giannis. Rocket 2. James, no good. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. You look at James, what a contribution.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Here's Bledsoe. On the wing, Giannis. Nailed from three-point land. Antetokounmpo's got 15 points here in the second half. James, the bounce pass. And they double up Davis. Over Bledsoe. And Davis puts it in. And the Lakers lead by 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Connaughton. Bledsoe outside. And the 3 off target.
Oh, man. He's got bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside to get the best shot possible. I mean, that's the way to make the comeback happen.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's the 3. That shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. They led by as many as 18 points. Davis. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks. Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. Giannis inside. Count it, and with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to McGee. Right side Davis. The kick out to LeBron. Lock at 6. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Oh, yeah, Greg, you see more teams doing this nowadays. We all are firmly entrenched in the era of the 3-ball.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. No luck that time either. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lopez outside. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Middleton hits them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
And finished off by Davis.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. 15 seconds left in the game. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Giannis. Can't hit from in close. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Now Middleton nails the tray.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
From deep 3-point range, can't connect. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it.
Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
James with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Pass to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
It's stolen by Davis. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Pass to Ingles. Out to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Bogdanovich wide open. The long distance three is buried.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovich, simply stated, has become a knockdown three-point shooter.
Stolen by Mitchell. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. And that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Let's say the strength of a locomotive and the finesse of a ballerina each time he takes it to the rim.
Mitchell wide open. And the three off target. And finished off by LeBron.
I tell you this, LeBron is hard enough to defend in a half-court set, let alone impossible to guard in the open floor.
Here's Bogdanovich. Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. Down low. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Outside Conley. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. It's stolen by Gobert.
Well, the defense, no time to react on the Rudy Gobert throwdown.
Pass to Kuzma. To the paint. On the wing, Davis. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the inside. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
Utah trailing here. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 6.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Inside, McGee. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's now 6 points for JaVale McGee. To the right side. Pass to Mudiay. To the middle. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Mudiay with the ball. And stolen by James. And James throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Now here is Davis. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on JaVale McGee.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Mudiay. Pass to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Here's Gobert. And that one hits back iron.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's one he normally converts.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Davis. To the inside. He gets it up. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Back to Davis. Over to the left wing. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Lakers leading by 5. Now here's LeBron. 6 points for him. Pass to Davis. Over O'Neal. And it's Davis missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you. And James throws it down.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
And O'Neal gets it to go. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this team, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Ingles. And stolen by James. It's Bradley on the wing. LeBron right side. Howard in the post. A second chance effort. And a wide open look for James. Nails the wide open jump shot. And it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
To the paint, and there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, this guy has a reputation for being a lockdown defender. Danny Green takes great pride in making it hard on the offense.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That is it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the inside. Here's Howard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
I'll tell you, the experience working to his advantage. Dwight Howard draws the contact, able to finish it. Nicely done. You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Davis. The Jazz working the ball around now. And here is Conley. He's guarded by Davis. Mitchell in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. From deep, Ingles.
Yeah, and the appreciation I have for Rondo. He's able to stay with his man and then uses his speed to just affect the shot. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And surely Howard not as explosive as he once was. But as you said, Doris, the presence is still there.
No doubt, Kevin. And this team doesn't need Dwight to put up 20 points. That's not what he's here for. They need rim protection, and they need him to rebound at a high level.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Here's Gobert. 7 points in the game. Back to Bogdanovic. Pass to Ingles. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. No good again that time. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Howard with it. Goes back up. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Here's Mitchell. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Howard, good.
That is a grown man move from Dwight Howard.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Howard's got 9 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Utah calls timeout. And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Jazz trail by 18. Pass to Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 6.
How impressive is the catch-and-shoot game of Donovan Mitchell? I'll tell you, you better be there on the catch or he's going to make you look silly.
Davis inside. And no good that time. Ready by Bogdanovich. Los Angeles calls timeout. There's 39 seconds left here in the second. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Now, guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
Bogdanovich, that's for 2. Rebounded by McGee.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
James in the post. Outside Bradley. Pass to Howard. 6 to shoot. Over O'Neal. Kept alive. Stolen by Mitchell. It's tipped. And stolen by James. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. It's a league. And we'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jazz trail by 18.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Pass to Gobert. A 3 from Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron with it. Conley picks him up. And here is LeBron. Howard. Good, and the assist goes to James. And 11 points for Dwight Howard. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
And he gets it to go. And that's 19 points for LeBron.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see. You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Here's Mitchell from outside off the mark.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Yep, that one goes. LeBron's got 25 points in the game. And the Jazz call time here.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
James. In close, he hits it. LeBron's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, at this point, Kevin, with LeBron rolling, the #1 goal on every possession, get it to the king.
And stolen by Kuzma. LeBron with it. Now defended by Moutier. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
No good from LeBron. Ingles in the corner. Let's go. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Ingles has got 9.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 21. Lets it fly. And the basket by Ingles. He's got 11.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
The drive by LeBron. That one goes. Count it. And the Lakers lead by 21.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Not going to go. And Utah the other way now. Out left to the wing. High post, Davis. Here's the 3. Ingles can't get it to go.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The Jazz making a switch here.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Right wing. There's Green with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. And the Jazz with possession here. Out to Conley. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
James outside. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Kuzma. And they come back with their own three-pointer. So far. Pass to Clarkson. Back to Conley. On the wing, Ingles. Jacks up a 3. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Up in time. That shot misses. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And they're winning the turnover battle. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Los Angeles leading by 22. James looking around. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. 8 point for Kyle Kuzma.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Back to Mitchell. Shoots. And the shot is long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
In transition, here come the Jazz. Pass to Niang. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
LeBron, no good. And Utah has possession. Inside, Bradley. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine the net rating, which is basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions. So much to like about Danny Green.
And the Lakers call time here. LeBron outside.
Timeout.
And the Lakers call time here.
Start it.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
And here is Los Angeles now. Clock at 6. Here's Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Poked away. Here's James. No good that time. Ready by Bogdanovich. Lets the three fly. Drops in the tray.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer. If it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Here's James. Rebounded by the Jazz. Mitchell right side. The Jazz working the ball around now. Rebounded by Howard. Lakers leading by 23. James in the post. Ready by Bogdanovich. To the middle. And now Utah, fast break. And the rejection by LeBron. Here's O'Neal. And Bogdanovich now top the key. Down low. Right side Davis. Green with the block.
I'll tell you, for a two-guard, Danny Green gets a ton of blocks. Great use of his length.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And Utah making a change here to the left side wing. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Right side Davis. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
Pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. To the paint. The shot's good from McGee.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
James in the post. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Free throw good, James.
It just seems like LeBron James doesn't age. Still so dominant in the second half of his career. This guy is incredible in virtually every statistical category.
Second free throw, no good. And here's Utah. Pass to Bradley. And Tucker has it in the corner. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Offensive rebound. Here's Bradley. Here's Williams-Goss. And Utah turns it over again. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now James. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And